Hey everybody, apparently I'm recording. So I wanted to, after discussing some issues, some things with my Instagrammers, who I love and give shout outs to, I thought it would be an awesome idea to actually do this every day. The last few days I really was inspired to know who I was, what I was doing. It's hard for me to look at the camera. And here I am in East Texas, where it's beautiful. So we are going to start out with new cameras. I say that all the time, but we are. And I just want to, no one gets up as early as I do. That's the thing. Here's my baby. So him and I get up very early. Anyway. If you like it, press the like button for me. If you want to subscribe to me. It won't make me money, but it will make me very happy. Like, I will get really excited. So, I also do live streams on Instagram. I just started doing that again. And so I really wanted to work up to my potential. Just, not even that, just why is it that I was doing this? Like, why am I doing this for you guys? Like, what is my purpose for YouTube, And so really my purpose in general for myself as a writer and for y'all is to inspire you. That's what I want to do. I want to help people. And so, yes, I have Pac-Man on. So I want to be real. If I'm Niki V reads. I'm author Nicole Jean. I wrote a book, The Veil. I'm trying to edit it. It's just a whole mess. Anyway, so I was discovering my purpose. My purpose, I thought, would be really good to inspire other writers, which I love doing. I do it on Instagram. I try to do it on Facebook. Instagram has become such a huge community, such a wonderful community. YouTube is YouTube. And so I wanted a reason to get up because, I work at home. But I really, I get up and I stay in my pajamas forever. So look at me. I got up, I got dressed, I showered, put makeup on, guys. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do in the world. Let me tell you. Anyway, so here's what I'm going to read. Every day I'm going to do a reading. And it's actually a devotional for writers. I know I keep going back and forth to the camera. It's actually a devotional for writers, and it's called Walking on Alligators. And so let me start out. I don't have a ton of time alone, unfortunately. I read it every single day. But here's the purpose of the book and the writer. It was written by Susan... But I can't pronounce her last name, Shahasi or something. Someone gave me this book a long time ago, and it really helped me every single day to get up and write. So, is today the day you become a writer? Here, look at it. I'm reading it. I'm going to switch to my webcam. The only way to write is to write today. I struggled with that reality for many years. First as a professional copywriter and editor, more recently as an emerging novelist. I wanted the truth to be different. I wanted to plan to write. I wanted to get just the right pen, just the right computer, because we're all perfectionists, right, guys? Workspace, just the right time magically freed up for me. I built castles in the air, but no books ever materialized on their shelf. This exhausting dance with denial went on for years. Finally, very fearfully, I set aside 2 early morning hours each day just to write. I pasted on my computer a sentence from Natalie Goldberg's Writing Down the Bones. Just write, don't think. And I'm going to stop there real quick. I have to do that. I have to sit, even now, I sit there, and if I get stuck on something, I'm like, okay, Nikki, just write the story. Just write the story. Just tell your story. Tell the story. That's what I always say. Just tell the story. And because there's a story there, so just tell the story. And so I have to do that to myself. And just because I've written and published one book doesn't mean I know what I'm doing either yet. And I have to read this book every single day to motivate me to do this, you know, because sometimes it's very hard, as you all know, if you're as writers, and readers, you know, I mean, you want us to write things. No, I'm teasing. Anyway, bit by bit, I wrote some short stories. Then I wrote a novel, then another, then the proposal for this book. But it never became easy. It never becomes easy, guys, to sit down with a blank page anytime, in a notebook, at a computer, even if your page isn't blank and you just have to continue writing. You're like, what do I do? You know, sometimes it's very, you know, that's why I always say that I love to research. Research is my favorite thing to do because, you know, I mean, I don't have to write. I'm researching. I'm working. So throughout, I continued to work a full-time day as a freelancer, tapping out brochures. I'm going to like hold it like this. I'm using my webcam next time, I swear. Throughout, I continued to work full-time as a freelancer, tapping out brochures and newsletters and articles. And I found all sorts of creative ways to dodge my creative writing time. That's what I just said. Cleaning ashes out of the fireplace became an entrancing job when you're doing it instead of writing. I always get everything cleaned. Like my closet gets cleaned out. Yeah, trust me. 1,000 temptations tease away that precious time of the day. Gradually, anxiously, I began to realize what really goes on in the life of a real writer. Discipline. It's true. Working against resistance and a crazy kind of faith. Every day I think, today's the day I won't be able to do it. Most days I drag myself down to where I write. I stare at the computer screen with a sinking and skeptical heart. Then I put my fingers on the keys. Most days, after the first sentence or two, the story comes, emerging from mysterious depths. You will find your own rhythm as a writer, but unless you are one of those very few, you'll face resistance every single day. Why? Nobody really knows. It seems to be an integral part of the drive to write, a shadow you can't ever shake. Right, guys? I'm telling you, I think so. You're holding it in your hand. Oh no, I just skipped a whole paragraph there. In trying to work with my own resistance, I became interested in reading insights about the creative process from successful writers and people in other creative fields, which I actually had to do with, like Stephen King, very inspirational. There's a lot of writers out there that I just adore, and they're just so inspirational. So here we go. This reading's long. It's just a long reading, so I'm gonna cut it in half. But this is how the book starts out, and then every single day it's a devotional, and every single day it's a different writer. So what she's saying is, you know, I became interested in reading insights about the creative process from successful writers and people in other creative fields, which is I have too. I began saving newspaper and magazine interviews. The idea for this book slowly took shape. And so this isn't the end of this is the intro to the book, but and it is not the end, let me tell you. However, sorry guys, Walking on Alligators, I don't know, someone bought it for me a long time ago, and I still pull it out, and to this day I read it every single day. So that's what I want to do with y'all. I want to be inspiring. You know, I want to help people. I want to help myself, you know, and helping you guys helps me to really get motivated and write and work and do what I'm supposed to do in life, what I believe that I love doing, you know, and I have a gift for it. So you're not alone. There's a whole book that says so. And so every day on YouTube, I'm going to try almost every day to read you a book of meditations for writers, is what it's called. Read you a meditation per day. I'll finish off her thoughts on it tomorrow, and then I will go ahead and start reading you a devotional every day. And if you all are writers who get stuck, then you can just pop on pop on YouTube, and go ahead and get my very nice reading. I don't know. And hit the like button if you like me. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just chilling. So I'm going to go finish my coffee. Y'all have a great day.